and welcome back to my American Girl channel. Today I have a really exciting video, which is ranking American Girl movies. But one thing I wanted to note before we get started is that her movie is not on here, but I haven't seen that one anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to be notified when I have new doll-related uploads. Before we get started, I just wanted to ask you very kindly to make sure to subscribe to this channel because I am very, very close to hitting monetization, which means when you can start playing ads in front of your YouTube videos, which means you get some money from the ad revenue. And I would really like to make money from this channel so I can buy more dolls and I can review them on this channel. Also planning a Christmas stop motion, so I need to get supplies for that. So I would be using the money from the channel to fund those like prop pieces and set pieces. So if you really want to help me out, make sure to subscribe down below. It is completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. It just lets you know when I have a new upload. YouTube just sends you a little notification. And one last thing before we actually get started in the video, make sure to follow my Instagram because I post more often on my Instagram than I do on my YouTube. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get into ranking these movies. Now, right off the bat, I'm gonna put Leah in After My Time because she was after my time. And then same thing with Melody. I would love to watch Melody's movie. I was thinking of watching it today because I did have time, but then I was like, nah, I'm kind of too lazy. Yeah, I've reached a level of laziness in my life where watching a movie feels like a lot of work. I think I'm gonna do it in order of release just because that would be just easier for me to wrap my head around. So we're gonna start with Samantha, which is going in Iconic Masterpiece. So Samantha was the first movie to be released, I believe in like 2004, 2005, a long time ago. I was a young kid at the time, so yeah, it was a while ago. And when they released the Samantha movie, they released Nellie as well, who was the very first best friend doll. And if you've been following my channel for a long time, you would know that Nellie has been a dream doll of mine, and I just recently got her and she is absolutely delightful. But I love Samantha's movie. I feel like a lot happens. I kind of wish that they would make like a second Samantha movie because they missed a lot in her stories, like they do in most of the books, because the book series tend to be about 6 books long and a lot happens. So I feel like it would be really cool if they made like another Samantha movie where she's going on, I think she went like camping or something. Not camping. She went to like this lake and she had some adventures there. Like, if you guys know the series, I'm talking about Samantha Saves the Day. I wish they made a movie like that, and then you could meet the 2 like twins that she's friends with. I think that would be a really cool movie. But I was talking to my one friend who went to the American Girl store recently, and Samantha is not there. Now that's in Canada, and I believe she went to like the Calgary store or something like that, and Samantha wasn't there, and I'm kind of upset. I think she's going to be retired again. And that was a lot of talking. Let's move on to the next one, which I believe is Felicity. Felicity is going in good. Even though I don't really like the word good, I feel like it should be like excellent and then good or whatever. But Felicity is another really good movie. I've actually been to where they filmed the movie. It's called Black Creek Pioneer Village in Toronto, Canada. So if you want to Google it, and you can see pictures of where they filmed everything. And I have thought about going back to that historical site and taking pictures with my Felicity or my Elizabeth doll and being like, this is where they shot the movie, and taking pictures of the different sites and stuff like that. Let me know if you want to see a movie like that. I was hoping to do that this summer, but the summer's kind of coming to an end, so I don't know if I'm actually gonna ever do that. But Felicity was a pretty good movie. The costumes were pretty great. Next, I believe it was Molly who came next, and Molly's going into Iconic Masterpiece. Once again, spoiler alert, I feel like the earlier, like some of the first American Girl movies were the best. I just feel like the set designs, the costumes, and it really just felt like you were being transported into a different time. And I totally do not feel that way with the Amazon Prime movies. I feel like the movies that went straight to DVD in the early days were the best. And Molly, I love it so much. I don't know if it's because it's made by Warner Brothers, so it just has a lot more money behind it, and it just feels like more of a standalone movie instead of like a 2-hour-long advertisement for American Girl. And that's probably why I like the earlier movies more, because they felt like they were good standalone movies on their own. Like, you could enjoy it if you didn't like American Girl. You could still enjoy the movies. Now, Kit is going into iconic masterpiece, because even though it's like not my like favorite movie, it's like really, really good. And I would have to say objectively it's probably, if not the best. Even though it's not like my favorite story-wise and Kit isn't my favorite character, I can look at it and be like, it's a really good movie. Next we have Krissa Stands Strong, who I believe comes next. And it's average. We're gonna put it in average because it is a pretty good movie. And if you've been following me for a while, you know my feelings about Krissa and how she's actually like a really good character, and I like her stories. There's a few problems I have with it, but overall it's pretty good. The message is really good. But I feel like the actual movie for itself just kind of gives these vibes of like a daytime movie that would be on like Family Channel or something like that. And I always felt that way too, even when I was a kid. I felt like it was one of those cheesy movies that you would see on TV, and I definitely feel that way about Krissa, but it's definitely not the worst, so she's gonna go in average. Isabelle, I think I've only seen, I think it was, is it AG Jitters? She did like a commentary video, and I think I watched that video, so I don't think I actually sat down and ever watched the Isabelle movie in full. But I would have to say I really enjoyed it. I'm going to put it in good, because if you know me, I really like Isabelle because I'm a huge theater nerd, and I was really into theater in high school. I even won like awards at like province-wide drama competitions. For those of you who don't know what a province is, it's like the Canadian version of a state. So, I mean, I was pretty dedicated to theater, and, you know, her movie talks about her being in the Nutcracker, and that just totally gives me the vibes and the chills that I would feel being in a play. So I felt like I really enjoyed it. Wait, I totally skipped Sage. Oh my goodness. So, okay, sorry about that, y'all. So I do have Sage. I did get her in 2013, which is the year that she came out, and we're gonna put Sage in, okay, we're gonna put it in forgettable, because literally I kind of forget what happens. I own this movie, and I don't know why I bought it, because I didn't like it. I don't know if I didn't see it before, and that's why I bought it at the American Girl store. Anyways, next we have Grace, who comes after Isabelle, and we're gonna put it in good. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen like maybe like half an hour of it. I got to the part where she actually arrives in France, and she's meeting her cousin, ? I don't know if it actually was her cousin. But anyways, but I feel like Olivia Rodrigo's acting was really good. I was really, really impressed by it. That's probably why she went on to do Disney Channel stuff, and now she's doing like Disney Plus stuff, and then of course her music. So she's just a really good actress, I think. I haven't seen the full movie, but I really liked like the cinematography of this one. Oh my goodness, I skipped right over McKenna. Okay, McKenna is going in, I'm gonna put her in average, even though I'm thinking about putting her in good, because I don't really remember what happens. Actually, no, it's gonna go in good, because I remember liking the cinematography. I felt like her room was really cool. I felt like the acting was pretty okay. Next we have Mary Ellen, and Mary Ellen is like, I'm gonna, oh geez, we're gonna put it in forgettable, because even though I love Mary Ellen to death. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that having a 1950s doll was like my dream. I always wanted a 1950s doll. I would even write stories about, like, it was almost like American Girl fan fiction, that I would just write my own 1950s doll. Last but not least, we have Ivy and Julie. It's an Amazon Prime special, just like Mary Ellen and Melody, and of course Z, which is not on this list. Ivy and Julie is interesting because it more focuses on Ivy. Like, literally the whole story is about Ivy, which doesn't make sense because this was made after Ivy was retired. So I don't really know the marketing decisions of why they did that. Now, it makes sense from a story-wise because Ivy is a lot more interesting than Julie, story-wise, like, just the movie is really, really interesting because it talks about Ivy having to choose between gymnastics, like going to a gymnastics competition, and hanging out with her family who came over from China. Like, her extended family's coming for, like, a holiday visit, I think for, like, the Lunar New Year. So, yeah, so that story is very, very interesting, and I think it's more interesting to me than it would be a story about Julie playing, like, basketball. So overall, I really like the concept, but I feel like Ivy is retired. Why did they make a movie entirely about Ivy? I don't understand. So that is it for my video today. Hopefully you guys liked it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully I didn't ramble on for too long. But if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below because it really, really does help me out. I'm trying really hard to get to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, but I think we could probably do it much sooner than that. So please make sure to subscribe, share this video with your friends if they like American Girl, and then also make sure to follow me on Instagram, because that would be really, really helpful. And yeah, just watch my other videos, and that really, really helps me out and supports me, and it's absolutely free to do that. Watching my videos are free, subscribing is free, following me on Instagram is free. I think it's a win-win situation for everyone if you subscribe and follow me. And I think that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.